All right, so I wanted to do a video about specifically Etsy listing fees because I don't think enough people fully understand what they're getting involved in. And if you're on Etsy, you think everything is free and you think, oh, they're going to market for me. I don't really have to pay anything. It's wonderful. I'm not going to go to Shopify because Shopify charges me a monthly fee and places like WooCommerce charge me a monthly fee. So for my print on demand business or digital business, I'm going to go to Etsy because it's the greatest thing ever. So here's the thing though. This is from their page, like etsy.com/legal/fees. You can read all about what I'm about to show you, but let's go to a little spreadsheet here, and I'll share a link to this sheet too. I'm going to use hypothetical examples here. So number of listings will be the first thing we talk about, and that is whatever you want. So let's go here. Let's start at, say you have 200 listings on your store, and then we'll build out from there. So your listing fees are going to be there, and then your Q1 fee is there, or sorry, it's every 4 months. So 4 month fee 1 is there, 4 month fee 2 is there, and then 4 month fee 3 is there, and then let's say sales here. So you have that many listings, and then we'll put a column here for sales. So on 200 listings, let's say you do 1,000 sales a year, just hypothetically. So I'm going to add in a little column here so you can play with this too. I haven't really seen a calculator like this, and I don't think people who get on there fully understand what they're getting into with Etsy. So listing fees, you would take this, it's 20 cents, by the way. So you would take 200 times 0.2. Oops. Need the plus sign. So listing fee is plus number of listings times 0.2. $40, okay? Now, to relist those every 4 months, you have to pay to relist it, right? You knew that. So every 4 months, all of your listings, so if you have 200 listings, you're charged another number of listings times 0.2. And then same here, number of listings times 0.2. And then here, number of listings times 0.2. That's 20 cents. And then your sales too. Every time you make a sale, you're charged a relisting fee, it's called, which is a listing fee. And that's based on your number of sales. Let's say you got 1,000 times 0.2. So your total for the year, let's go like this. Yearly, monthly, daily. All right, so your total for the year is going to be the sum of the listing fees for the 4 months. So let's go here. Sum of these. Enter. $360 a year, which is that number divided by 12. $30 a month, which is that dollar amount divided by, say, 30 days in a month. $1 a day. So I'll put dollar signs on these, make it look pretty. So did you know, when you're on Etsy, it's not free. You're actually paying fees all the time. This is not your transaction fees. This is not your processing fees. This is not taxes. This is not shipping. This is not anything else. This is just fees. And this is a relatively small store, 200 with like 1,000 sales. Now, $360 a year or $30 a month. What does Shopify charge for their fees? Well, it's like $39 a month. What does it cost to sell on WooCommerce? Maybe $20 a month for hosting. You could even get it even cheaper. But Etsy is very expensive for fees. So let's up this now. Let's say, okay, you had a good year. You got 400 listings up and you did 2,000 sales. Watch the fees. Now you're paying $60 a month to Etsy. Didn't know that, did you? Yep, you are. $720 a year just to put your products on Etsy. Okay, and let's say, okay, now we keep going. You get up to 600 listings, and maybe you have a really good year and you do 5,000 sales, and you're thinking, man, this is amazing. Well, you're paying Etsy $1,480 a year. or $123.33 a month just in listing fees. So I'll put this up here. Listing fee calculator, Etsy. So Etsy is not free. They're not free to use at all. They're taking that money and they're going and they're marketing Etsy. So they take all the money you give them and they go and market everything, like the Etsy brand, to build the brand. They've even got this Super Bowl commercial coming up that costs $7 million. Can you guess who's paying for that? You. Through your fees. And man, if I showed you the transaction fees and everything else, your mind would be blown. And maybe if you want me to do a follow-up video on something like this with transaction fees and processing fees on top of the listing fees to show you the real costs of selling on Etsy, I think your head would spin. Like even now, so for example, my shop right there, and I have just about 1,900 sales. So I pay Etsy every year $2,300 or approximately $191 a month just in fees. That's insane. That's $6.39 a day. Can you imagine those big shops? Like, there's one. I'll show you. Let's go to her. Right here. Oh, no, that's not her. Heather Roberts art. Which I am very jealous of this store because it's doing so well. Kicking butt, taking names. But let's go here and let's look at her sales are... So she's had 929,401 sales. So that's total lifetime. But that's about on 4,915 products. So if I go here and I go 4915, and then let's see if I can get any sort of shop analytics per year. I just want to see the sales per year. I don't know if I can do this. Average monthly sales 8. That can't be right. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this in here. Stats? No. Research, optimize, no. Email. Well, let's go back here. We know, let's say just for giggle's sake, 100,000 sales. So a shop this big, you might be thinking, whoa, that's amazing. Like she's making so much money, and she's making money, like no doubt about it. But look at her fees. Those are just fees. $23,932 a year, $1,994 a month, $66.48 per day. If you had this budget and you applied that to ads, an ad campaign running to your own Shopify store or your own WooCommerce store, you'd be paying a lot less because Shopify and WooCommerce don't charge you a listing fee. It's your store. You can list as many products as you want, and you don't get charged every 4 months another 20 cents, and you don't get charged every time you make a sale every 20 cents. So I hope this is an eye-opener to you. Etsy fees are crazy, especially listing fees. If you want me to show you the rest of this page, which is transaction fees and processing fees and offsite ad fees, I'll show you that too. But I hope that just blows your mind, because I know it blew my mind when I finally realized that, you know what, Etsy's great for some things, but it's not really all that good for anything else. And what I mean is, you're really paying through the nose here, just for the pleasure of listing on Etsy. So keep that in mind when you're building out your own shop, that they're not free, and they're not just giving you traffic. You are paying through the nose for it with fees. All right. Now, ideally, in a perfect world, you're going to make a lot more than that. And her shop selling like 100,000 sales a year, and all her stuff's priced at $1. She'll make like 100,000 minus fees. So now you're looking at that going, oh man, what am I going to do? I'm just a little fish in a huge pond. Well, yeah, on Etsy you are. So you got to think about all this stuff before you even get into the print-on-demand world and where you want to actually sell your products. And the trade-offs are enormous. All right, let me know if you want to see the rest of the fees in something like this, and I'll put it together for you.